Welcome back to my show. I'm the Beer Adventurer.
And I'm Becky.
And on this episode, I've got Dale's Pale Ale from Oskar Blues. And it is an American Pale Ale. And sorry, it's a good beer. You might like it. Okay, there's a neat thing about Dale's now. When I first started drinking Dale's Pale Ale, you could only get it. It was from Colorado. But now when you read on the side of the can, it says Longmont, Colorado, Brevard, North Carolina, which is near where my family lives, right outside of Asheville, and Austin, Texas.
Oh.
So, the vast majority of the United States can get fresh Dale's Pale Ale now. Or, well, just fresh Oskar Blues, which I'm a pretty good fan of Oskar Blues. I mean, when we were getting it down there in Florida, I went to a tasting and drank so many Old Chubs. They gave me an Old Chub chapstick, which it's a Scottish ale. I don't know why you'd want like a Scotch ale chapstick, but I was like, yeah, I'll take that joke.
I remember a few years ago I got a chapstick from one of the breweries, and I was like, why? That's all I thought. I don't remember who it was. I was just like, why?
But here's the point. We remember them.
I don't even remember what brewery it was. No. But I remember it smelled like stale beer. Like, why would I want a stale beer chapstick? But I'm a chapstick person. It's what I do. Like, probably 15 in my purse right now. I ran
in your car and in your
ran out of chapstick, believe it or not, one day, and I had to use it. It was bad as it was. Like, as it smelled, it was that bad.
Yeah. Well, the Old Chub was not. Okay. Well, this is 6.5, and it's an American Pale Ale.
I'm scared now. Is this gonna be gross?
I don't think you're gonna think it's gross.
Well, amber ale, or the amber colored, so that's.
I'm pouring you a little bit.
Cool.
Okay, Dale's does pour a great head. It's got a nice little color there. You're 6.5 American Pale. Just put my nose in the phone. It's called a Belgian dip. If you know, you know. I think it tastes really good. Going in.
Oh, that's a strange combination. I smell malt, but I taste hop.
There is a heavy hop note, but I would honestly say a lot of times my friends that don't enjoy IPAs, it's the overtly almost offensive flavor of the hops. I don't think this has the overtly offensive hop note.
No, it's not like smack you in the mouth with hop.
There's definitely a significant hop bill in this brew, but I don't think it's hard to explain. I don't think it's over the top. I think it's right where it needs to be, and I don't think it's overpowering. I think it's
for an APA, it's right where it should be. For a person who's not a fan of pale ales or APAs or IPAs, this is not a beer for me. But for someone who does enjoy the slight malty but more hoppy finish of a beer, this is good.
I don't know that I could describe that any better because
I have literally done too many of these videos with you.
Not too many. You've done enough, like
to come out with that one.
Yeah, I mean that's a great way to describe it. I think this is kind of more the entry level to an IPA.
I could see that.
If you're trying to work into some of those hoppier beers that a friend may enjoy, or if you're a hoppier beer fan that is trying to get a friend into it a little more, I think this has a nice
gateway is what we'll call it. Yeah, it's a good gateway beer.
I am a fan of the Dale's Pale Ale. I have been for over probably 10, 15 years. I've enjoyed it since the very first time I've had it. It's nice that it's coming into markets closer to me. I was truly blessed living in Central Florida that we got things that the rest, kind of almost half the East Coast didn't get, but because we're a tourist area, you know, we got a lot of beers in that area that other places didn't because, well, the tourists wanted the beer that they were used to. And then the people that live there, we were stoked because we got all kinds of
beer that you
it was fantastic. I mean, one of the places I worked and hang out at, we had 40 plus taps and like 150 to 170 in a bottle or can every day. We had over 200 different beers every day. Love that place. Shout out to McKay's in Daytona Beach. But I don't think it drinks heavy. I got this at one of my favorite like retail joints in Memphis where I can buy, you know, just singles. I don't even have to buy a whole pick six. You know, it was less than $1.50 for a can. I mean, that's great for a craft beer that's over 6% alcohol. I think it's a wonderful beer. I've enjoyed it. It has a distinct hop note, but I don't think it's like the only thing. As she said, there is a good malt backbone.
Yes.
I think she would lose her mind if they took this malt bill and cut probably the hops in half. Which that might even be a beer they make, like kind of like a Dale's but less hopped, because the malt.
So it'd be like a Dale's ale.
Maybe, I don't know. If just the way that malt is, that malt base is like super, and I think she would. Hey, you know, Oskar Blues, if y'all checking it out, maybe that's, you know, one lowly YouTube video channel that just likes this stuff. Who knows? But hey, if you guys are enjoying this video, it really helps us out if you give us a like. We'd love to talk to you down in the comments. I've got Vanna that shows we could really enjoy if you gave us some more subscribers. I'm over 365 one subscriber per day for a whole year. I have over 365 videos. You could watch a different video of mine every single day for an entire calendar year. I've upped the game. I've added more lights. We've got better camera equipment. Now we have to get better. But hey, I'm trying. So we're heading up for 500 and then for 1,000. And then the sky's the limit after that. Let's get down to my distinctly different rating style. First and foremost, the most important thing in my rating style, did you dig it? Now, we do have to preface this slightly with Becky is not a hophead. Me being a hophead, I really like Dale's Pale. I have for years, and I don't think I'll ever stop liking this. This was one of the first beers that, for me, when I really was ramping up my beer life, it just really stuck out to me. It was groovy, and now they make it in Brevard, which is right near where my family's from in Nashville. So it makes it even cooler for me. Would you have another? I will.
Probably not.
Okay. Does it have any seekability? Actually, I kind of keep an eye out. Occasionally when I'm doing one of those pick sixes, I'm like, oh, you know, I've only picked up 5 beers. Oh, there's a Dale's Pale. I'll grab it. Is it pick 6 worthy? Now, here's one of the good things about Becky. Becky rates beers on their beerness. Not necessarily does she like it. So I think it's definitely pick 6 worthy, especially if you're looking at it from a pale ale. What do you say?
If I'm at the store and I need one to fill in, I would probably buy one because I'm buying it for someone else to try. Yeah, I mean, I have. If y'all saw my beer fridge,
yeah.
Let me just put it like that. Like it's like this, unfortunately. So like if I'm at the store getting another Pick 6, it's because the person that I am drinking with that evening or that day required something that I didn't have in my fridge.
No.
So I'd pick one up for them.
So basically, what she's saying is it is a good beer for the style. She's just not super happy with the style. Which is actually one of the main reasons I had Becky do this with me, is because the majority of the people that I do videos with now understand the styles as well as what they do and don't like, it makes me feel good as a beer guy that I've brought my friends along so far with this ride. But okay, so now we're gonna go down to my rating style of 1 pint to 10 pints. 1 pint is the lowest, 10 pints is the highest.
For me personally, it's like a 4, but for like overall, it's like a 6. So I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna give it a 5.
That's good for her.
So for me, that's good. That's okay.
Okay. I know I've been even accused of giving things too high a rating, which is not always true. You guys just check around in some of my videos. Some of them have pretty low ratings. But I also rate my beers not just on how good is the beer, but, you know, beer connects us. Beer is something that I take a drink of this and I remember the first day I had it, sitting at this little bar in Florida, hanging out with a bunch of friends, just having a great time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys taste this beer. And 2 of my friends ordered one right after, and 2 of my friends are like, I can't drink that. I need a Jack and Coke. So beer makes us remember things. It can also make us forget things, but we're focusing on what it makes us remember. So I've always had real good mental connections with this beer, and I find it a very good beer for the style. So my personal review, it's an 8 for me, especially since now they brew it nearer to my area. So like I said, I got this beer on a retail price of less than $1.50. I mean, I'm telling you guys, that's Miller Lite prices. But this is an APA. So there you have it, folks. To your next beer adventure. Cheers.
Cheers.